are examples that in our
Good morning, everyone. It's truly an honor to welcome you all to this historic occasion today. It's not just an event. I feel it's about the beginning of something historic. We are laying the foundation for a transformative journey, one that will help shape India's role in the rapidly evolving world of physical AI. At Next Wave, our vision has always been very clear: to empower the next generation of engineers, developers and innovators to lead the charge in technological advancement. And today we are taking a significant step forward in making that vision a reality. And we are building the world's largest autonomous vehicle developer community under the initiative of Skill Up India 4.0. This community will be more than just a collection of professionals. It's a movement designed to empower thousands of talented individuals with the next generation AI skills they need to shape the future of mobility. Industry leaders, educators and pioneers in AI and the shared vision we hold. I would also like to take a moment to specifically acknowledge a few key individuals whose support is making this initiative possible. Firstly, Sri Vedmani Tiwari, CEO of NSDC and MD of NSDC International, whose leadership. Your commitment to driving the AI revolution is inspiring and we are incredibly grateful for your partnership. So, I would like to just highlight a few points on why this initiative is very important and why, we are starting this today. Firstly, India stands at a unique crossroads today. Technology is evolving at an unprecedented pace and the future of work is shifting. Just imagine a future where Indian developers are not just contributing to the AI ecosystem, they are actually leading it. That's our actual vision, where autonomous systems built here will shape industries across the world. That future is not far off. It begins with what we are actually, doing today. Of course, none of this is just possible if we just do the work alone. This is a collective effort, which is made possible by all the industry leaders, academic institutions, policy makers, and of course, innovators like yourself. So with that, I just want to thank each and every one of you for being here today. We have an exciting agenda ahead with some of the most influential voices in the field of AI, skill development and autonomous mobility. So without further delay, let's dive into the vision and impact of this initiative. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we have to proceed further. Moving on to our next segment, we have an insightful presentation by Mr. Rahul Athuri, founder and CEO of Next Wave. So I would like to highlight, under Mr. Rahul visionary leadership, Next Wave has transformed the lives of thousands of students from India's smaller towns, equipping them with the skills to thrive in the tech industry. So his efforts have enabled students to secure careers in over 2,000 companies, ranging from dynamic startups to the Fortune 500 giants. So beyond being a founder and CEO, Mr. Rahul is a technology expert and an esteemed educator, deeply admired by his students. He will share his vision on how this collaboration will position India at the forefront of physical AI and why this is India's defining movement to lead the future of AI-driven mobility. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together as I request Mr. Rahul Athuri with a huge round of applause. Everybody please put your hands together. A very warm welcome, sir.
It's an incredible honor for me to stand before you as we are embarking onto our next step in our Skill Up India journey, where we are going to build world's largest autonomous developer community. And I think this is a movement that we have been waiting for as the world started moving from traditional software development to as the world started moving to generative AI, and now fast forward to couple of years down the lane, now the world is already transitioning to physical AI. And we at NextWave always wanted to solve very important problems of society, and we have picked up or choose the problem of how can we bridge the gap that exists between academia and industry. And we are honored to have some incredible partners along the journey, and I'm deeply grateful for all the esteemed guests that we have today. Mr. Vedmani Tiwari ji, who is the NSDC CEO, and we have Shinpai Kato of Tier 4 and Christian of Autoware Foundation, and many other incredible partners from industry and academia. I'm truly grateful for all of you for being along with us in this journey of transforming India's young potential to unlock their potential. And I think we at NextWave over the years have been able to transform thousands of students who are otherwise at the helm of software development. We were able to transform them to become future ready software developers, and we are transitioning India to a powerhouse of tech talent, and we are nurturing a lot of young entrepreneurs and technology leaders, and we want to make a significant contribution to India's mission of making it a $5 trillion economy. Yes, we are trusted by more than 2,000 plus IT companies who believe in the potential of India's future talent, and they were able to provide opportunities to kind of help them progress in this transformative journey. And we have also built an incredible student community across more than 5,000 plus colleges in India, which constitutes more than 3 million plus students all across these 5,000 plus colleges, and day in and day out it's an opportunity for incredible. We are humbled to be having this opportunity to scale access to good quality technical education to nook and corners of the country, and thousands of transformations. And again, humbled to be receiving some prestigious honors like World Economic Forum has recognized us as a technology pioneer for the incredible work that we have been doing in terms of leveraging technology to bring about access to high quality education, NSDC. And it's one of the India's largest tech upskilling initiative, where annually we will be upskilling close to 30 lakh students in the frontiers of technology and making them gear up for continuous career growth in the ever-changing tech landscape. And just few months ago we launched this, and we have started with generative AI, and fast forward to 1 quarter, we already have 1.2 million students who have already completed their journey into generative AI, and we still have like 3 more quarters left, and hopefully more than 3 million students would be consuming technology stuff. And now we are bringing together another more opportunity to students, which is in the domain of autonomous vehicles. I am quite confident that students are very eager to upskill themselves and take a leap forward in their journey of transforming themselves into future ready developers. And this opportunity is only going to make it more helpful in their journey of achieving their dreams. And this NextWave Skill Up India constitutes of 4 key goals that we wanted to kind of achieve. So we want to make sure that given the India's demographic dividend, where we have more than 65% of population under age of 35. So the only way we can nurture and make this talent to be industry ready, the first step we realize is that we need to make sure that all of this young talent is tech informed. The technology world is progressing quite fast. Every day we are seeing continuous progress that is happening in many domains of technology, and to say the least, generative AI in itself has transformed quite a lot over the last couple of years, and now we are entering into the age of physical AI, which has already started and it's only going to grow bigger. And we want to make sure that entire student community is well informed about the transformation that is happening in the industry, and of people or handful of companies which were embracing open source Android. And today, sitting in 2024, just 16 years later, I think Android as a term has become like omnipresent. Everyone is quite well of Android. We are seeing Android TVs, Android watches, or Android mobiles, which has been embraced by each and every OEM, right? I think in a similar way, Tier 4, which is a pioneer in open source autonomous vehicle technology, today sits on top of 60 plus incredible partners as part of Autoware Foundation, and 2,500 plus incredible engineers are day in and day out are enhancing the autonomous vehicle technology and making it open source and accessible for you and me to be able to access it and innovate on top of it. And Autoware Foundation is present all across more than 70 plus locations all across the world, and many public and private projects are already being built on top of Autoware Foundation. And the most critical and important piece is that it is open source. So even each young entrepreneur who wants to innovate in the domain of physical AI, especially in the domain of autonomous vehicles, they need not start from zero in terms of investing on technology, or they need not invest billions and billions of dollars into starting their journey into autonomous vehicles. All they can do is like straight away access this open source, incredible open source autonomous vehicle technology, and they can start innovating on top of it, and they can start, we have universities here, we have students here, we have industry here. I think all of us together can be part of this Autoware ecosystem and keep making our contributions to that for even further growth of this Autoware as a technology. And we already have an incredible ecosystem which is already making significant contributions to this incredible technology. And hopefully, while Autoware Foundation has in terms of its age is pretty young, it has just begun in 2018, and it is already creating ripples all across in the autonomous vehicle technology space. And we are quite confident that, like, couple of decades later, like the way Android is omnipresent all across in our day-to-day lives, Autoware is also something that will be omnipresent all across nook and corner of the world, with each and every physical device running on top of Autoware. And I'm grateful that we are launching and initiating this, building world's largest autonomous developer community right here in this room. And each one of these members of this community will be adding or creating value to this Autoware ecosystem.
And I believe that this collaboration will further enhance, engage this friendship. And I believe that humans are most important resources and capital to push forward this world better with technologies. So I'm really excited to have this collaboration, and we can make big things in the future with students and youngsters. So let me introduce what we can do for this collaboration. So I have a couple of different phases. So I'm a founder and a CEO of TFO, so I'm an entrepreneur. At the same time, I'm still a professor of computer science at University of Tokyo. So I'm teaching operating systems, by the way. I also started non-profit organization because I believe that open source shouldn't belong to a particular company. It should belong to non-profit organization which composed of members with a strong membership scheme. So I basically have three phases: startup, university, and non-profit organization. We need all three in order to realize what we like to realize. And Tier 4 is a startup we founded in 2015. We have several shareholders supporting this journey together, and especially Japanese car makers are willing to step forward using open source software. So in automotive industry, it's not common yet to use open source, but now it's time to change or step forward the next generation, because there are so many technologies where AI is a symbol of new technology. Government with permit and certificate to operate driverless vehicles on a public road for commercial operation. We can also do robotaxis, robot shuttles in experiment or more than experiment, but if you try to get it certified, try to get it permitted through police agency or ministry of transportation, then there is huge wall that you will need to overcome. So this is the first commercial operation in Japan that are qualified by the government to operate driverless cars for, this is public transportation by the way. So every 30 minutes it goes from point A to point B for the citizens. So we like to first start with public transportation.
But my request to the academic community here would be that what we saw few weeks back, what DeepSeek did with the large language models, that they overcame lots of restrictions that were put on their country and their organizations in terms of their access to the latest technology, their access to the financial resources, and they went open source way and phenomenally changed the world for everyone to come. Until then it was thought that AI is all about brute force of financing power, brute force of computing capacity, brute force of power itself. But they demonstrated to the world that it's not about bringing the brute force of anyone of this kind, but it's all about human will, that if the human will is strong, it will overcome all the challenges. And by bringing down the cost of the model itself, the training the model, they have disrupted the world in one particular sense, is that using the AI as a technology will become far more economical than it would have otherwise been. And that's the thought, that if China can build a community of developers who work on an open source technology for foundational models, is there an opportunity for all of us to use this occasion to build a community of students who become not only the developers of physical systems using this open source technology, but also contribute to the development of the platform itself. The AutoWare Foundation has built a open source platform, and I think our true success will lie when our students, the youth of India, can start contributing to the development of this open source platform itself.
Dignitaries.
For this very special occasion. So I'd like to share some insights with you about the oneearth Foundation, how we're approaching the development of autonomous technology through this open source platform, and how some of the initiatives that we take on in the foundation will relate to the opportunity that we have here in India to really unleash the power of the community here. So first of all, AutoWare, as we talked about, is now a global phenomenon. It's been deployed across the globe. You'll find AutoWare deployments all across Asia, North America, and Europe, Middle East. Hundreds of companies have used AutoWare in proof of concept, commercial development of autonomous driving applications, contributing back to the open source project to continually improve the capabilities and the quality of the technology.